You will agree with me that it is a good evening right here in the city of Lagos. And yes, we are gathered here tonight at the Radisson Blu for the maiden edition of the Reporter Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, over time, women and girls have been facing so many issues, and you will agree with me on that one. But do you know the majority of these issues go unreported? But some people have decided to use their platforms. Some people have decided to take it upon themselves to touch light on the issues affecting women. And we are gathered here today because of those people. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to put your hands together for the media organizations and journalists who have decided to touch light on the issues affecting women and girls. The Reporter Awards is an initiative of Women Radio 91.7. And yes, in partnership with Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, with support from UN Women and the Canadian government.
27 years ago, I tried to do this, I couldn't do it.
Wow.
But seeing a younger woman doing it, I'm fulfilled.
Wow.
And I'm happy that this is in all the years that we have over 100 years of Nigeria's existence, this is the first time we are doing an award to celebrate journalists who are covering women appropriately. So for me, I'm fulfilled because the area of women and media is the least paid attention to.
I'm going to start by acknowledging the Nigerian media for your deliberate and intentional commitment to a gender-sensitive reporting. It is because of you that we have gathered here to celebrate the incredible work you do every day. The objective of the Reporter Awards is to honor media organizations and broadcasters and journalists who have continuously and deliberately reported women, because it is through your relentless commitment that we embark on this remarkable evening. Each story told shaped the narratives and created an impact on female reportage. And as we begin this special evening, we celebrate the achievements of our nominees. We recognize your invaluable contributions to journalism, to women's inclusion, and to the development of our dear nation, Nigeria.
What this program is about is so dear to our heart at the MacArthur Foundation. We are committed to gender and social inclusion in all the work that we do. We are very much committed to the media, to journalism in the country. We support not less than 60 media organizations in Nigeria. Soyinka Center and Women FM are among the star organizations that we support. And therefore, we are very excited and very happy to join you this evening to celebrate reporters, news organizations that are focusing on issues around gender and social inclusion in our country.
I'm very happy tonight because first, we made history as Nigeria's first radio station dedicated to the cause of women. And tonight again, we have birthed another height by bringing you the first of its kind, the Reporter Award, on behalf of the Nigerian women. I thank the Nigerian media for its representation and fair inclusion of women in news reporting. I want to especially thank the UN Women who made it possible for us to reach for the sky. The sky is not our limit, we know. And this is because the Canadian government has also helped tremendously. And so we are aiming for the space.
This award is very unique
for us as women in politics, we do a lot, and most times we are not heard. And so the media has been our great partner, our great ally. And then at times when we talk about our challenges as women in politics, we talk about how the media see us, how we are reported. And I'm happy that we started working together with the media. I know that we had a series of trainings just asking the media to please give us a good coverage. Let the world understand us, because most times they think we don't have capacity. That for women in politics, they are just good as cheerleaders. But it's with the help of the media that we are able, to tell the world what we can do, and I think it's helping us. Maybe we have not been able to get the right numbers we need in Parliament, but I tell you, we are making a huge progress.
I would like to say that if there is one thing, they do not shy away from challenge. When the idea of Reporter Awards was mooted, to thank Nigerian media for the support given to Nigerian women, UN Women took it up to make it a reality. And that reality is what we have here this evening.
On behalf of the National Broadcasting Commission, I congratulate one of our vibrant licensees, the Women Radio and its co-partners, for initiating a Reporter Awards to recognize and reward inclusive and gender-balanced reportage. For us at the MBC, this is an impressive and commendable initiation that will spur broadcasters to take the call for inclusive and gender-balanced reportage. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen that are here, you are aware that the MBC is at forefront of protecting the dignity of women as provided in various places in the Nigeria Broadcasting Code, particularly Section 310. We believe women must be empowered to be part of all decisions and developmental process of our dear nation. Therefore, this initiation of to reward journalists who excelled in gender-balanced coverage is a welcome development. For the awardees, this should boost you to do more, give more, contribute more.
This is wonderful. You see, I'm very proud of the fact that we're beginning to see women express themselves, because for too long, men have held down women. We men have held down women. So when I see a woman coming up, and it gives me great joy, because it is time for women to rise.
Globally, what do we have? By 2015, they told us that 24% of persons heard, seen, read in the news, whether it's radio, whether it's television, are women. Just 24%. So, and the portrayal of women, it's important for us to be able to shift the kind of transformative change that we are looking forward to. So this is very important. I'm sure, after the report in 2015, the BBC went forward to have a 50-50 regulation, and that increased the reportage of women. So I think this is just going to be another challenge thrown to media houses in Nigeria, that after this event, you should have a 50-50 reporting agenda.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I must commend you. I must commend the work you do. I do listen to Women Radio when I can, when I'm in my car, when I'm not reading news myself. But really, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a good thing to see the wonderful thing that you are doing. I am so sure that this will continue as you have dreamt it to, and I'm sure that you will have many more partners rather than UN Women and the Canadian government because of what you're doing. Because women are so important, people will want to fall in line to support women, and people will know that this is an important cause that you're embarking on, and they will want to support you. So next year, I'm very, very sure that you'll be thanking more than just the UN Women and the Canadian government.
As some of you may know, UN Women is a global entity dedicated to gender equality and women's empowerment. And UN Women was born out of so much efforts from all stakeholders, including civil society organizations. Our main issue is the fact that we have about 50% of our people not being able to participate in development. And this actually is one of the reasons we have feminization of poverty, feminization of morbidity, feminization of mortality. What is the message? The message is simple. The message is simply saying that if we don't achieve gender equality and women's empowerment, we are never going to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. We are never going to reduce poverty. We are never going to see well-being in our nation.
The quote by Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1993 until her death in 2020, is one that comes to mind tonight. She said, "Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. It shouldn't be that women are the exception." The media is a place of perception, information, and decision making, and the women should lead this space too. It is with this understanding that we are here today to celebrate the media organizations and journalists who have, against all odds, dedicated their expertise and service to the reportage of visibility of women by featuring women when their audience is largest, and Prime, ensuring women are represented as sources, guests, analysts in all their programming, and reporting nuanced and women-angle stories as it relates to social and economic issues, political issues, the girl child. The Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism is proud to be partnering with Women Radio alongside our great partners, the UN Women and the Canadian government, to actualize this maiden edition of the program.
The Reporter Awards. There are 5 categories to be presented with the titles of runner-up and winner: digital, radio, print, television, and a journalist. The criteria used for the selection of the nominees by the judges are prime time, frequency, gender balance.
All right. For each category, the board of judges looked at the TV station, the radio station, the print, the digital, and journalists that reported women more, that gave prime space to women, and that aimed for fair reportage of women from March 2022 to March 2023.
And the winner for this particular category, which is the radio station that reported women more and gave prime time to women and aimed for fair reportage of women. The winner is Voice of Nigeria.
The winner of the Reporter Awards 2023 in the category of print, Blueprint newspaper.
And the winner is no other news TV station, a prestigious one, in the name of Arise News.
In this category, we looked at the journalists that interviewed, covered, reported, and published more women's stories and aimed for fair reportage of women. And this winner's certificate, the winner actually is Titi Lope Fadare.
Yes.
Okay. Of Premium Times. Yeah, Premium Times. And for this particular category, UN Women has a special consideration and for her. After this, we are still interested in having you develop your skills in gender-sensitive reporting. and we'll be supporting you to go to BBC, to go to the UK. You spend some time there, and then you come back. This is a special
Congratulations.
So I think what we need to look forward to is the impact that today is going to make on the Report Her Awards. Before we established Women Radio 7.5 years ago, we're not saying the media do not report women, they do. But when we came in, we had a mandate of Women Radio, a radio station for women and their families. And we knew we were not going to be your traditional women radio, the traditional radio station. So we set out to put out programs, events, and interventions to ensure that women's voices are heard.
I feel excited, I feel amazing, I feel blessed. I'm so grateful that the work that I have put into, people are able to see and recognize how significant it is. And it's beautiful to be here. It's beautiful to, be able to be a platform to spread the issues that Nigerian women and girls go through, from female genital mutilation to displacement to gender-based violence, and a lot more.
Yeah, I feel great about this award. It actually shows that hard work pays. These awards are a result of years of policy, consistency, in making sure that when you report stories, you have the impact on human beings. You see the impact on the system. You don't just report because you want to make sensational news. You want to see what you are reporting, impact on the system, change the system, and actually, to a large extent, give decision makers reason to make good decisions.
And Arise News is delighted to support women in all situations and circumstances. We do a lot of stories about women and the girl child. We were the first to cover the kidnapping of the girls in the northern part of the country, and we followed the story with our reporter Amaka Okoye that was covering it then, and we keep doing everything humanly possible. Like my colleague had said, Abisola Olawi, she did say when she was on stage that when it comes to the issue of tech, we support women, we cover their stories, we talk about their entrepreneurial skills and approach, and we give them the coverage that gives them the leverage for them to be able to do better. So thank you very much.